Hi friends, welcome back to another informative episode today where we will discuss how a common man like you and me can achieve financial freedom. This video is actually the second part of our previous video where we have discussed what is investing and why we need to invest. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you to watch that video before watching this. And if you are new to the channel and haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I would kindly request you to subscribe the channel before continue watching. To understand this topic better, I have included some calculations in the upcoming slides. So if you get stuck somewhere, please feel free to pause the video, go back and watch again. I can guarantee you that if you watch this video towards the end, you will get a beautiful picture of how you can achieve your financial goals through investing. Let's get started. Let me explain to you a simple example so that we can understand how we can achieve our financial goals through investing. As most of my viewers are from the age group of 20s, I would like to take an example of a man who is currently in his 20s. Let's assume he finished his college education and he has got an amazing campus placement and he is now earning 60,000 rupees every month. So how can he retire at 35? That is our question. He is entering into a job at 25 years of age and he wishes to retire by 35 years of age. Is it possible? Let's have a look. We have assumed that he is very financially intelligent. So what he is going to do is he is taking 30,000 rupees for his expenses. He is keeping 30,000 rupees for his expenses. Actually, he is getting 60,000 rupees and from that he is keeping 30,000 rupees for his expenses and the remaining 30,000 he is going to invest in an asset class which gives him 15% returns per annum. Assume here that all his expenses including tax planning, insurance, everything is sorted with this 30,000 expense and rest of the 30,000 he invests into an asset class which gives him 15% return per annum. And every year his employer hikes his salary by 5%. And also he increases his investment every year by 5%. So let's start the calculations. He is saving 30,000 rupees every month. He is getting a 5% salary hike every year. And the inflation is considered to be at 5%. Also note that every year he increases his investment by 5%. And by the time he turns 35, his investment has grown up to 1 crore rupees. Now let's see how he can meet all his expenses without going for any job. The only thing he needs to do is withdraw half of his investments and put it into his savings account. So by the age of 35, his monthly expense has increased up to 49,000 and the yearly expense become 5,88,000. So the remaining balance in his account is now 46,62,000 rupees. He continues to withdraw from his savings account until the age of 42. After that, he again needs to take half of the investment and put it into savings account. Every time when the balance of the savings account is below the required levels, he is able to withdraw half of his investments and put it into a savings account. And this is how he generated a never-ending cash flow throughout his lifetime. Like what I said in the example, you can also have your financial goals. It may be planning for your marriage, it can be your education, it can be buying a house. Everything can be achieved by proper planning and execution. Now you might be wondering, what is the asset class that can give you 15% returns per annum? We will answer it in the next few seconds. First, let's look at some of the common asset classes and their return. If you look at the fixed income instruments like bank FD, bonds, etc., it can give a returns varying between 6 to 11%. Next, if we come to real estate, the two main income sources from real estate are the rental income and the capital appreciation. Since there are no official metrics to calculate the returns, I am not commenting on it, but there are two major drawbacks of real estate. One is the high capital requirements and second is the liquidity issues. If we look into the commodities like gold or silver, for the past 20 years they had given a return of nearly 8%. Although they are a good hedge against inflation, most of the time they cannot help you to achieve your financial goals. The next very important asset class that we must discuss is equities. Investment in equities involve buying shares of publicly listed companies. Unlike fixed income instruments, buying equities do not guarantee any capital returns. However, the returns from equity investments can be very handsome. Over the past 50 years, the Indian equity indexes like Nifty 50, Census, etc. has generated a CAGR of nearly 14 to 15%. And investing in some of the best and well-run Indian companies has yielded over more than 20% in the past years. Nowadays, we also have many other new alternate investment opportunities like cryptocurrencies, NFTs, etc. But we will discuss this topic later. So far as our discussion is concerned, we understood how equities have outperformed every other traditional asset classes. If you ask me where and when to invest, the answer can differ from person to person because not everyone is having the same risk appetite. In the example that I have shared, the person wants to retire at the age of 35, but you might be having a different financial goal. Where should you invest depends upon your financial goals and your personal risk appetite. Let's try to summarize what we have discussed so far. We have tried to understand how exactly money can work for us. We have seen how a person was able to achieve his financial goals of retiring at the age of 35 through investing. We understood how the stock market has beaten all traditional asset classes in the terms of returns. We understood the need to include equity in our portfolio. There are direct and indirect ways in which one can participate in the stock markets. The indirect ways includes investing into mutual funds, where a fund manager will manage funds for you and try to generate a return that can beat market returns. But this is not actually the case with every mutual fund. So you must do your own study before investing into any mutual funds. We can also directly invest into publicly listed companies in stock market. This is a very easy process nowadays due to the advancement in technologies. In the upcoming videos, I will be trying to teach you the basics of stock market and how you can directly participate in the beautiful world of stock markets. We will also try to discover more about the basic financial questions like what is money and how is it created, how the economy works, etc. If you don't want to miss out our future videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and do let me know in the comment section what new insights did you get from this video. Thank you for watching.